I've been playing around with different formats to be able to express myself in a world where we're allowing the mass slaughter and inhumane treatment of our fellow human beings. This is literally as close to the least I can do to show solidarity with the people of Palestine, who have spent the better part of 77 years being massacred and displaced. In this video, I start right at home to show the absurdity of how my own Member of Parliament, Ben Carr, voted on two issues in 2024. First, by being one of the only three Liberals voting no to a ceasefire to end the constant bombing and inhumane treatment of Palestinians at the hands of the Israelis. And second, by voting yes and even sponsoring Bill C-355, calling an end to the inhumane treatment of horses at the hands of their breeders. The lesson here has to be clear. Genocides are allowed to occur when polite society sees humans as less than animals.
This is an issue that is incredibly controversial. It's an issue that's incredibly, I'm not talking about the motion specifically, the issue of the conflict in the Middle East. It's divisive, it's emotional, it's difficult for Canadians. And I understand the complexity of it, and every of you know, it's important that we maintain our humanity and that we remain connected to each other. It's one of these really rare jobs where there's only 337 other people currently that can actually really empathize and understand what it is to live this life. Anthony is a I would argue no. There are going to be things, whether it's on this or on any other issue, that is going to require us to reflect deeply about our own values, about the values of those that we represent, and about the larger values that we need to have reflected across the country. And that means that sometimes we're not going to fall on the same side or represent them. But regardless of whether the vote was yes, the vote was no, amendments were made, amendments were not made, there was going to be disagreement, there was going to be division. I had coincidentally a call with a number of constituents yesterday. I spend time every day calling constituents back. The first one was not happy with me because of the vote. This was before, so was not happy that I had indicated an intention to vote no. The second wasn't happy, even though they supported a yes vote. And the third one was happy that I had taken the time to be nuanced and explain the complexity. The point I'm making, Catherine, simply is that there is a very significant divide across the country on this.
Each year, approximately 2,600 live horses are exported for Canada for the sole purpose of slaughter.
The current law allows trips to extend for up to 28 hours with no provisions for food, water, or rest.
These young, 18-month-old, intelligent and sensitive animals are packed into cramped and often unsuitable shipping containers.
Horses, by their very nature, are predisposed to stress, and the conditions they endure during these flights only exacerbate the distress, leading to injuries and immense suffering. It is vital that we take action to end this practice and protect the welfare of these animals, ensuring that they are not subjected to prolonged suffering in the name of profit. To activists. I do take some exception to the demonization of activists as somehow being flawed in their pursuit of better treatment of animals. But that aside, I don't understand how it is that we can characterize the voice of tens of thousands of Canadians that have been expressed through the democratic process as simply being chalked up to some form of extreme activism. The job of a member of parliament is to reflect the views of their constituents back to folks that do business here in Ottawa. And